Hello and welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 is a very big number, and I know it's just a number, but it's such a significant number, and it's a number that fills me with so much joy. And the idea that there are 1,000 of you who are interested in what I have to say is kind of crazy. Like, that doesn't sort of compute properly, but I'm so thrilled. This what's happening right now, you guys, me making this video, this channel is my favorite thing. I am really enjoying myself, and thank you so much for being interested in what I have to say. I guess, like, that is the biggest honor. Thank you so much. I thought today I would film a 25 facts about myself video, because obviously my channel is all about minimalism and veganism and sort of personal growth and all this kind of thing, but I haven't really let you guys into my life a whole lot, I feel, just because I always have a topic and I want to talk about my topic, and I need to do a bit more just like letting you in. I think I need to focus on that a little bit more. So I thought we'd start with a facts about me video. And then I was thinking of doing some vlogs, but then I know some of you don't like vlogs, so I was gonna clearly label them like vlogs, so if you don't want to watch a vlog, then you don't have to click on a vlog. But please let me know if you'll be interested in that, because if you're not, I won't be offended. Just let me know, like, what do you like? What do you like? I sit down videos are definitely my favorite kind, because I really enjoy the research process and like the bits where you sit and think about what you're going to talk about. I love doing that kind of thing. So I would never ever go completely vloggy, but maybe just sort of a little bit more, creating a little bit more familiarity between the two of us. That's my plan. Anyway, we'll start with this 25 facts about me video. You may find me incredibly dull, and you might not be interested in what I have to say after this. Who knows? We don't know. Water is my favorite drink. It's hydrating and delicious and refreshing, and I love it. And I know it's boring, but I don't care. My favorite alcoholic drink is a gin and tonic, and preferably Hendrick's, and preferably with a nice swirl of cucumber that goes around the glass. I studied music, English literature, film studies and psychology at A-level, and then I studied music at university. I play the piano, the saxophone and the clarinet, but I dabble in quite a few other instruments as well, but they're my main ones. They've been my main focus for my life. I get lost in stories and worlds that other people create really easily. So like when I was watching Westworld, I would have Westworld related dreams, and I'd be always thinking about Westworld, and I would just be if ever I wasn't actively doing anything, my mind would just go to Westworld. I get so caught up in stories and worlds, and I tend to, if I like something, I kind of intensely crazy person like it. Like, I get obsessed with franchises, like, you know, the Harry Potters, the Hunger Games, all this kind of thing. Like, I get so into it. I'm really good at being on my own, and I really enjoy just being in my own head and thinking, and I think it probably stems from being an only child, but I can happily just spend hours and hours just picking things apart and analyzing situations. It was kind of a bit of a curse when I was a teenager, because I would be over-analyzing kind of social interactions, that kind of thing, but now it's a blessing. Like, now it's what I spend a lot of time doing, it's what I love doing. I love comedy, but I'm a bit of a tricky customer, because if it is comedy that I don't really like, then I find it kind of painful and unbearable, and I just can't watch it. Like, it's just too much. Whereas, you know, good comedy, I think is an absolute art form. I love it. My favorite show is probably Peep Show. I can't cope with scary films at all. As I said earlier, I get like wrapped up in worlds and stories and this kind of thing, and so I can't just leave like scary concepts in a film or at the cinema or anything. Like, they live in my brain, and they bite my brain, and they're just always there. Like, it takes me probably about a month to get over watching a scary film, to be able to sleep properly and to not think about it, and even then it'll come back to me, and I'll get very affected by it. And basically it's the kind of thing that I thought I'd grow out of, and I've just never grown out of it. I can't do scary films. I loved school. I was good at it, and I had the best group of friends, and every single day I'd come home and my tummy would hurt from laughing so much, and I really enjoyed my time there. But I couldn't talk to anyone outside my friendship group because it was too scary. My favourite subjects were music and maths at school. When I was a teenager, that's when I really got into music properly, and I was going to gigs and festivals regularly and playing in bands, and I got to meet loads of people who I wouldn't usually have met, and I feel that it was through music and through sort of these kind of musical, social situations that I started really figuring out who I was. I'm not religious, but I play the church organ and I really enjoy it, especially at Christmas time. I'm half Filipino and I grew up eating all of the rice. Bit of a cliche, but it's true. I'm very passionately vegan, and I can find it quite difficult living in a world that takes advantage of the innocence of animals, and I really struggle knowing that a lot of the people that I know and a lot of the people that I love are paying and contributing for the needless butchering of animals when it's not necessary. I struggle knowing how to cope with that information, and I can get very sad because of it. My boyfriend is my absolute best friend, and they're just the best person that I've ever even known about, let alone met. And we first got together when I was 17, so it's 10 years ago now, and you know, we had a good relationship then, but we were very young, but somehow we've kind of grown in a very similar direction, and we have very similar priorities, and we just get on really well, and I'm very grateful to have him. I don't want to get married, and I used to want to get married, but when my stepdad passed away, my mum offered to pay for me and Charles to get married, and that's when I went away and did quite a lot of research and thinking and reading as to why marriage actually exists and what marriage actually is, and I came away from that without any proper justification as to why I would want to take my mother's money and spend it on me getting married. It doesn't make sense for me and Charles to get married, and I don't think any less of anyone who does want to get married or who is married, but I don't totally see the point of it for me and Charles. We're committed and we're incredibly happy, and we've been together for years and years, and I just know that marriage isn't right for us. I love cats. I have 2 cats, Bibsy and Arwen, and they are silly and ridiculous, and they run between my legs and make me fall over, and they slap me in the night, and they're just the strangest little creatures to have in the house, but I love them so much, and I just love cats, and I could spend such a long time just looking at pictures of cats. Just there's something about cats. I just really like cats. I am in a band called Polar Sets, and we once went to Colombia to do some gigs out there, and that is still to this day one of the best trips of my life. It was just, the whole thing was incredible. It was like a dream. But I'm also a solo musician, and my solo name is Nix, which is why my Instagram is Nixmas, and Nix is a German word for a water sprite, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. Even though I work in it, and even though I really enjoyed school, I really hate the education system in the UK. I think it encourages children to all be the same, and I think it teaches children that, you know, success is measured in doing, you know, getting good grades at school and then getting a good job that pays a lot of money so that you can buy things ultimately. And I think this teaches children how to be unhappy, really. My favorite food is pie and mash, or anything resembling a roast dinner, anything with like salty carbs and gravy, and oh, I'm there. Oh, yes, please. I'm learning Japanese at the moment, although my teacher has just told me that she's got a new job, so I won't be learning it with her for very long, so I'm looking for a new teacher, if there's anyone out there. But I love learning Japanese, and I never thought I was particularly good with languages, but I think I just wasn't interested enough. But I'm really interested in Japanese, and I'm really enjoying learning, and I can't wait to be able to speak it well. So excited. And finally, I love IMAX, and I think IMAX is incredible, and I refuse to go and see films that aren't in IMAX because there's no point in spending money on things that aren't in IMAX. Also, because I have a projector, I don't really see the point in spending money on films that aren't in IMAX. There are 2 things that I'm weirdly passionate about. One of them is IMAX, as I've mentioned, and the second thing is my mobile phone network, which is 3. And one time I got in from a night out and I was still quite drunk, and I went onto my computer and I went onto the 3 customer service bit, and I just sent them a message telling them that I thought they were doing a really good job. You've got to tell people when they're doing a good job. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that. I'm really sorry if you didn't, but please could you let me know if you would be interested in seeing vlogs or some stuff that's kind of, I mean, everything I bang on about is always related to minimalism in some way, just because I'm obsessed. But if you would be interested in seeing, you know, stuff from my life rather than just me chatting, I'd like to know if that would be well received. So if you could leave a comment and let me know, I would really appreciate that. And if there's anything in that list there that you're like, oh, me too, then let me know, because I like creating bonds over similar interests, like water. Do you like water? I imagine you do. As I said earlier, thank you so much for subscribing, and please feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and also to follow me on my Instagram, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much again, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Goodbye.